Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to a pre recorded video this time. It's a little bit different. We normally do it live, but today we thought, you know what, I'll sit down with our good friend Pipe Sierras back on the channel to talk all things Luis Diaz and a bit of Liverpool. So, how are you, mate? You good?
Ben, it's a pleasure have you stay with you and with all the guys of the Anfield Talk. It's a pleasure, and yeah, everything is fine. I'm very happy for the comeback to training group for Luis Diaz.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about today. As you can see by the Colombia flag on the screen, we thought we'd put that on there for you. Very
It's
exciting day, isn't it,
beautiful.
Pipe? It's a lovely flag, yeah. It's a very exciting day, isn't it? Because obviously, we've all seen the pictures and the videos of Luis Diaz coming back into full team training for the first time in 5 months. Was it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
5 months. At the beginning, he recovered only with muscle training, but when they fly to Dubai, I think in the moment Luis feels different his knee. So the process for that situation was make a surgery, and then Luis come back in a good form. I know that he feels so well and is happy because in his family and in his circle knows that Liverpool needs him in
Mm.
this moment.
100%, mate. 100%. Just touching on the first injury, because obviously I think there's a bit of confusion amongst the Liverpool fans. So he got the first injury, and then obviously he came back when we went to Dubai. Was that the same injury that was like aggravated and became worse, or was it a different injury?
No, it was the same situation. You know, at the end of one situation like this with this injury, the player is the person that take the decision. And
Yeah.
in this moment, I'm speaking maybe about October or November, Luis Diaz decided not make any surgery because one alternative made a lot of muscle training, no? And in that way, Luis don't feel pain. But when he come back to the training, singular training, and when he come back to the training group, Luis feels different in his knee, and that's the reason for in Dubai he feels different and say, hey, I don't feel good. I feel something bad in my knee. So the this alternative was a shit decision, but Luis take the opportunity to make the surgery, and everybody say Luis Diaz, this is the right decision,
Mm.
and he take it, and the process will be done in December, and nowadays he's feels perfect. What I know.
Great. Yeah, and that was going to be my next question. Do you know how his team and his agents and all of those people that are close to him, do you know how they're feeling? Are they confident that Lewis can come back into this Liverpool team and get back to how he was performing for his last season almost straight away? Or is there a feeling that he might take a bit of time after a long time out?
No, I think he's happy to come back to play again because in his camp, for example, I know that they think this season is was lost now, and the main objective is try to help Liverpool to get. Uh, I think the best way for fight for the first positions and fight for the Champions League in the next year because the elimination was hard for Luis
Yeah.
Diaz because he can play now and his principal desire is play. But in this moment, when Liverpool plays against Real Madrid, Luis don't feel in the better situation, and Liverpool medical staff don't want to make any risk with Luis Diaz. because club needs Diaz in the best form possible.
100%, and you're right. We can see just just how much we've missed him and his creativity, his flair. I remember I was at the Crystal Palace game way early on in the season. Unfortunately, we drew 1-1, but Luis Diaz scored that solo goal where he took it past three and four players and smashed one. I think it was the bottom right corner, and we've just missed that, really, that creative spark. Just the way he presses off the ball, his work ethic, everything about Luis Diaz, I think we've missed. And I remember last season, Pipe, when um, we signed him in January, and after about a month, I was thinking, wow, it feels like this guy's been here for so long. The way he's just adapted to this team. And do you think now that he's back from injury, and like you say, the objective is to get him up to fitness and up to scratch? Do you
Yeah,
expect him to get back to how he like that level and beyond now, and really kick on and become almost, I don't want to say world class, but that sort of level?
yeah, I think it's a weird situation because when we met Luis Diaz, we don't know any injury in the player. I mean, an injury one, two matches, but this was the most important injury in his career. And nowadays, if you analyze the situation, it's as a lost season because he maybe play 25% of the matches of this moment at the season, and it's an unlucky situation, but this is life, no? And this is the situation for any player, and you can avoid this kind of things. But I think the performance of Luis, what I saw in all the situations and what you say, this quickly adaptation that he has in the first months, um, in February of the 2022, sorry, was amazing. And I
Yeah.
think Liverpool fans and Colombian fans, we can see again this performance, this absolutely perfect performance that we saw in the past for Luis Diaz, and we need a player like Luis Diaz for this new process in the national team.
100%. And we're glad that you guys have him back as well. It's not just all about us, is it? As a Colombian man like yourself, you need your best players. Just another one, mate. We've seen a lot this season of Darwin Nunes playing from the left wing, and more of like Cody Gakpo or Firmino or whatever playing up front. Do you expect now that when Diaz is 100% ready to go, do you think it's going to be Diaz on the left and Darwin will then shift back up front to bring Diaz back into the team to get the absolute best out of him?
Look, mate, when we saw all the situation with Luis Diaz and his performance at Liverpool, we saw a new Luis Diaz because Jurgen Klopp asked to Diaz to play in the left and to the right, and it's important because the principal position for Diaz is in the left, but with Jurgen Klopp he even has played in the position of false nine, no, and this is a very good situation because you need in the football of nowadays a player that can adapt to any situation because all the matches are different and Jurgen Klopp know that, and in the moment I think is an important um, appointment that Jurgen Klopp makes in this. And it's important because you, in this form, are making a new player. And Luis Diaz has shown that he played well in the right, in the middle, in the left.
So versatility is key, isn't it? With Luis Diaz, he can do a job anywhere, I guess, and I think that's important because we've got a few players that are like that. We've got Cody Gakpo who can do that. Diogo Jota can do that. So I think having Diaz back is going to be such a big boost for us, like you say, fighting for this top four position.
Yeah, but
Um,
but this is going to be important now because nowadays
yeah,
Liverpool don't have a lot of matches in comparison of the last season now.
No,
that you
because we're
played
out of everything.
FA
Yeah,
Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions, and Premier League matches.
yeah. So it's not as much of like a workload on him. He's kind of got one game, two maximum each week. Whereas before he was playing Saturday, Wednesday, then maybe a Saturday, then a Tuesday, it was just a bit crazy. But I guess that's what happens when you're a good team, isn't it? When everything's on top and you're going well, you are going to play more games. But yeah, just touching on the upcoming game, mate, against Man City on Saturday. What do you think Luis Diaz's chances are of starting the game? I mean, I'm not sure myself if he will start it, but do you see that potentially happening?
Now, I'm a human, and maybe my pr- my opinion is 0% in this
So it'll
moment.
be from the bench, yeah.
But I think I have the sensation that Luis Diaz is going to be part of the of the
The match day squad.
yeah. But not in the first 11. I'm
No, I
absolutely
didn't
sure
think
that
so.
not in the first 11, but maybe
Maybe
in the
20,
team.
30 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. This is the situation because I know and I can tell you the medical staff have different indication of Luis Diaz of Jurgen Klopp for the situation of Luis Diaz, and he say, "Hey, I need Luis in the best way." And all the rumors that we can hear in the last months for the injury that Luis Diaz comes go out that kind of lies are these lies. Luis Diaz is part of the principal and the main plans of Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, and he's a main player in the team.
100%. And that's why we're so desperate to sign him, isn't it? Because obviously Tottenham wanted to get him, and then all of a sudden they said, no, we're not going to let that happen. And we went and got him. So obviously we're very thankful for that. But Tottenham tried to get him, to be honest, because if they never tried, we would have had to wait until this summer. Just finishing off, mate, because I don't want to keep you for too long. Just in your opinion, because obviously I don't think there's any new information, but going into the summer transfer window, what do you think Liverpool need to do from an outside perspective? Because as fans, we hear the same stuff every day about midfielders. What do you think Liverpool need to do for the summer transfer window?
I think Liverpool needs to improve his players of the academy now because nowadays if you analyze the Premier League, all the teams shows a lot of players that come from the academy, and I think Liverpool needs defenders because you have the best defender for me, and it's Virgil van Dijk. He's an absolutely great player, and you need a player that can uh, make this effort to adapt to Virgil van Dijk because it's easy work with him, but it's not easy stay at this level now. And I think is this for me this is the most important player that you need, and some player that make this healthy competition to Alexander Arnold and Robertson
Mm.
because
No,
the
that's
level of these two was not the best in this season, but everybody knows, everybody that knows this part are amazing players.
mm. Most people say midfielders as well. Like most fans will say we need all these midfielders. So it'll be interesting there to see what we do. But again, we don't know much. We'll have to get your friend Paul Joyce on the podcast one day, see if he he can confirm some signings. But yeah,
That you need midfielders.
yeah. Have you
Yeah.
have you spoken to Paul recently?
Recently, no. We
Try
speak.
and find out if Jude Bellingham's coming to us and let me know, okay?
Perfect.
I'm joking. No, people,
Paul is
it's,
a good person. It's amazing. He's the best journalist in
yeah,
England.
listen, we all love Paul. We've all got our notifications on for him. Every time that man tweets a tweet, we all get excited.
Yeah.
Um, But Pipe, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the channel once again, mate. A very, valued member of the TAT pod. Obviously, we know you only come on once a while, but we love your input and everything you bring to the team, mate. So thank you for joining us once again, mate.
Now, Ben, thank to you and thank to TAT. It's a pleasure, and I'm really feel be part of this amazing project.
Yeah, likewise, mate. We're absolutely honored to have you. So, guys, please make sure if you enjoyed this video, you smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, follow Pipe on Twitter as well. His at is right there, and let's get him up to. How many are you on, mate, on Twitter?
Sorry, say it again.
How many followers are you on?
70,000, I think.
Let's
Yeah,
get him up to
70.
100k, guys. Come on, we've got 250. Let's get Pipe up to 100k, and yeah, we'll get that done. But Pipe, guys watching, take care, and we'll see you next time.